Is this you? Are you drowning in power cables and adapters? Has your computer run out of free USB ports? Perhaps you're mismanaging the power requirements of your studio. If your gear is important to you, then you're going to want the OneHub from Icon Pro Audio. It slices and dices and delivers the power and connectivity requirements you need to have your USB gear running like a dream. If you want to learn more about the OneHub, then join me for this episode of I Don't Have a Band right now.
Hey there, I'm Dan, the self-proclaimed Lonely Rocker. Welcome to this episode of I Don't Have a Band. This is the series devoted to the home studio enthusiast and the home recording musician with videos to hopefully help make your home studio life better. So thanks so much for joining me. Today's topic is the unsung hero. In every organization, in every band, any business, there's something or someone behind the scenes that keeps everything together. The unsung heroes that make the stars shine. And that's what we're talking about today. The Icon Pro Audio OneHub. This was a direct result of feedback from Icon users. If you're an Icon user, you've got their DAW controllers, they've got keyboard controllers, all sorts of great gear you're building at your home studio. Two problems that you have. Number one, ports. USB ports are hard to come by, especially if you're on an Apple computer. That's a topic for another video, but as Apple sort of streamlines a lot of the machines and pushing us to iMacs and smaller format computers, that new MacPro is pretty expensive, and if your studio is not your business, that's a far reach for many home studio guys. So more than likely you're running into problems running out of USB ports. I mean, your mouse, your keyboard, and a printer are going to eat up a couple of ports right there. Never mind a DAW controller, maybe an extender, keyboard controller, audio interface. You're running out of ports, and you might be using an off-the-shelf USB hub, which more than likely is insufficient for your needs. The other problem that we have is we have so many different cables, and all of the power adapters for these devices are big and bulky, and wouldn't it be great if we could just get rid of them? Well, the answer to all of that is the OneHub from Icon Pro Audio. Not only is this a USB 3.0 hub, it's also a power brick that delivers good, clean power to all of your devices. Those motorized faders are power hungry, and those controllers are sending a lot of Midi data back and forth. And if you've been having some performance issues, you might want to look at perhaps your connectivity and your power could very well be the problem. All right, well, we're bringing this unsung hero to the front of the stage today. Let's jump in and take a look at the OneHub from Icon Pro Audio. Okay, here we are in the studio once again. This is not going to be a long video. We're talking about a USB hub, but it is an integral piece of the studio once you understand what it brings to the table. Just first of all, let you know what I've got hooked up to it. I brought back from the dead my old QCon Pro. This is the original, my QCon Pro G2 with an EXG2 extender. And introducing here, new to the studio, I have the Icon iKeyboard. This is the 5S. This is a really, really interesting keyboard. 49 keys. You've got a built-in audio interface, a single-channel audio interface. You can plug a microphone. You've got an XLR with phantom power here, and a fader controller as well. Interesting to bring that into the mix, because if you look at everything here, there's a lot going on here. These things hog a lot of power with all the motorized faders. That's why they do have external power. But there's a lot of MIDI information that's going back and forth. Then once you add an extender, and then perhaps you're adding another extender, in this case, we've got 24 tracks all doing different things. That's a lot of information going back and forth. The OneHub is USB 3.0, so you've got a lot of headroom there for a lot of data back and forth. Just to take a look at how this is connected, all four devices are connected via USB into the OneHub, and then on the back of the unit, there's 4 ports for power. So we're all familiar with these power adapters. Imagine you've got one of these for all these devices. It does add up. So you're getting rid of all of these for these devices, and they're plugged in just with a single cable that goes into the device. So that's really, really handy. So these motorized faders take up a lot of juice. If you've got a big project going on, so here we've got 24 tracks plus a master all doing their thing. You've got good stable power that all these units are going to run consistently. They have the same source of power and good clean power, so that's going to prevent any issues. Like I said, if you were running these things through a standard hub, you could have power dips and drops or data drops, and the throughputs are not going to be consistent, and that could lead to some issues. So if you've been having some performance issues, that could be the source of your problem. I opened up an old project that has about 78 different tracks, including about 10 tracks of virtual instruments. All of my controllers were connected to the OneHub, and I pushed through a session for a day just to see how everything responded. I've never actually had the 3 controllers hooked up before, so I was curious to see how that works. Absolutely seamless. Just flying through this project, it's really great. There's no lagging here. Everything is super responsive, considering how much you're pushing here at once. What else to say? The system's performing great. I love the cable management and just having everything going through one device. If for any reason I decide I want to bring in a few more devices here, I would just get a second OneHub and then run it through the second one. Really help keep your cables tidy. Like I said, good clean power. Everything's running off the same source, and definitely worth a look. Well, there you have the OneHub from Icon Pro Audio. What a great little device it is. You know, we often don't think about these little things. You know, we're buying all the sexy gear and the controllers and that, but you're investing good money in your gear. And if you want it to last for a long time, you got to take care of it. Plus, you want to make sure that it's running optimally just to give you that better recording and mixing experience. And the OneHub is really a savior. Honestly, I got rid of those adapters, cleaned up a lot of cable junk behind my desk, and just knowing that you have a good throughput with all your devices is just ensuring that the equipment is going to run much better. And it's not a big investment to make to ensure your gear is running as it should. If you want any more information about the OneHub, I'm going to put a link in the description below, and certainly willing to answer any questions. If you have any, just throw it in the comment box, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Well, if you're new to the channel, I hope I've earned a subscribe. I've got a lot of videos on this channel revolving around this home studio with different tips and tricks and things to help you with your own home studio journey. So hopefully you'll click that link and come along for the ride. If you really want to support this channel, I am on Patreon. Links to everything I've discussed and some things I haven't are in the description below. And above all else, I hope I'll see you again in another video. As always, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And please like, subscribe, and ring that bell to stay up to date. Remember, you don't need a band to rock and roll. There are a lot of great musical projects you can do by yourself, right from your own home. I hope to see you again next time.